Alright, everyone in the crypto space. Today I'm going to make this video about the decentralized network that I don't really see much content about. And this blockchain network is called the Siacoin. Siacoin or Skynet, whatever you want to call it, Sia network. And basically, if you've ever had watched Silicon Valley, I'm sure you may have seen it since you're into blockchain and computer science and this kind of stuff. You may remember this show where a bunch of tech guys build a new network with a completely innovative compression algorithm, which had a lot of business use cases. But in this case, they used their compression algorithm for storing music, which was only one use case. Eventually, down the line, they brought their compression algorithm to compress all files, and they eventually created this revolutionary decentralized storage network, and which is basically what Siacoin, the Skynet or the Sia network is it is essentially what they did in Silicon Valley and Pied Piper. And just to give you some overview, Sia is reinventing cloud storage. Our technology connects users who need file storage with hosts worldwide, offering underutilized hard drive capacity. So basically, let's say you have a bunch of hard space, so you have a bunch of space on your hard drive, just not being used. You can run the Sia client on your computer to allow your storage space to be rented out to people all over the internet. Now, I bet you're wondering, how does this work, and what does it have to do with blockchain and stuff? Well, I wrote a few notes here actually. So basically, security and privacy is one of the main concerns. The way the Skynet and Sia perform this is that, which is basically the way they implemented it is exactly the same as the way they implemented it in Pied Piper. So basically, they take your files and they chop it up into a bunch of blocks, and then they encrypt each of the blocks, and then they spread it out over the network, and they also spread copies of it for redundancy purposes. And then when you want to retrieve the file, you basically tell all the nodes that have a piece of your file to send you the file, and then you decrypt it and you have your original file. So basically, you can think of it as, let's say you have a table filled with a bunch of puzzle pieces from different puzzle boards. Effectively, what is being done is, whenever you want to retrieve your file, you have to go or retrieve your puzzle that you want on the puzzle board, on the table, which is the network, metaphorical network. You basically would reassemble all those puzzle pieces and to create the puzzle you want. Effectively, metaphorically, that's what's going on here on the Sia network. Now, with the blockchain on Siacoin, basically the blockchain part stores information on file contracts and payment information, so or payment info for the storage providers and for the clients. So it provides incentive for people it provides incentive for storage providers to host the network. That's basically where Siacoin comes in. The actual token used to pay people out, Siacoin, which at its current value, it's pretty cheap. It went up from less than half a penny to a penny. So there's some growth there in this altcoin bull run. So anyways, I know I'm kind of all over the place with this video, but the key points is that it's a decentralized cloud storage platform, which is meant to compete with the centralized counterparts such as Amazon, Google, you know, those single points of failure type of uh, storage networks. The interesting thing is that since it's decentralized, the network will never go down. It's always operating, so you'll always be able to retrieve your files so long as the nodes hosting your files are up and running. So it's pretty cool stuff. Let me see. I wrote a few notes here. Oh yeah, they also claim that you can store your files from for as little as $1 to $2 a month, which is pretty dang good compared to the alternatives. Let's go back here. Here's another interesting diagram. This just shows all of the storage providers all over the world. So mostly in the United States, you have a lot in Europe, and some in the Asia and Pacific region. Interesting stuff. Oh, what else we got? Oh yeah, here are some of the short-term features. Actually, here's some of the stuff they implemented so far. So they already have their minimal viable product, which is they call Skynet. Basically, it's decentralized internet, basically, where you can host a file, and that's basically it. You can host a file. That's all you can do so far with the Skynet, I think. Let me see what they got. Well, they have their client program where you run on your computer through a terminal, and you host the CN network or the Skynet. And they also have like a user-friendly interface version of their client for people who are less tech savvy. So I guess there's some accessibility in terms of that. Let's see what they have at Skynet. Oh well, yeah. It's just that's all they have so far is public file sharing, but they do have some features in the short-term backlog. Let's go through some of these. So video streaming, they're gonna plan to have video streaming hosted, which is a pretty interesting idea because right now the video streaming platforms or video hosting platforms we have now are all centralized and controlled by a single entity, companies and stuff like that. For example, YouTube. So if your videos don't fall in line with their policies, they can censor you, and you know how that goes. The fact that we can have a decentralized video streaming or video hosting platform will like definitely prove to be a threat to YouTube and all of the other centralized platforms. It'd be interesting to see what happens with that down the line. What else we got? The Skynet DNS. So the internet basically has its own DNS, its domain name, server, which basically connects you to different websites and stuff. And the Skynet, they have these instead of websites, they have these things called Skylinks, where basically it's like a link on a normal website, but instead of that website being hosted on a single server, it's broken up and it exists basically in the Skynet. It's hosted in a decentralized way. And I'm guessing that this Skynet DNS will be a way to just find these Skylinks and a faster way to retrieve all the files in the network in order to produce the website or the Skylink or the Sky site, whatever you want to call it. Another thing, also they're trying to reduce the minimum and max, or they were trying to reduce the minimum file size to upload so they can support smaller file sizes. So like, this just goes to show that their development team is actually working on their product, and they're not just talking out of their asses for lack of a better term. It's pretty promising stuff. What else do we got here? I think is that pretty much, is that it? Is that all you got? Well, I guess that's all I got for this video. I have written down a few notes, but I think I've covered them already. So yeah, take a look at Siacoin, Skynet. We should probably go into who actually buys and hosts Siacoin. So yeah, these are all the exchanges that allow Siacoin. I don't think Binance US hosts Siacoin. So like, I don't think you could buy it if you're a US resident anyways, because Coinbase doesn't support it. So you'd have to find out some other means to do it. It's not on what's it called, Uphold either. But I'm sure the rest of these you can figure out. But I'm sure we can figure out a different way to cash out in the case of a major bull run for this coin. So yeah, these are the different exchanges that provide Siacoin and trading. So if you're interested in this, I think it's a pretty interesting project, and I'd recommend taking a look into it. With this whole decentralized internet type of gig with blockchain. Anyways, that's all, folks. Guess I'll see you next time.